Hello. Good evening, or good night, or good morning, depending on where you're at in the country or in the world, I should say. Let me turn this off. Okay. All right. How y'all doing this evening? Let's see who we got in here. My wife, of course, is in here. Narc Free Living. Hello, Danny. How you doing, brother? Auntie Karen out there. Aloha. Let's see. I seen Rizzo in here. Rizzo snuck in here. Hey, how you doing, brother Rizzo? Let me see here. Okay, so again, this one is they are everywhere among us. You know, no matter where we go, what we do, we always gonna have these people around us. So that's gonna be the topic for this one. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about narcissists, of course. They like all over the place. No matter where we go, we're gonna break this down and walk this thing out. Might have a few laughs, you know how we do on Friday night. So we might have a few laughs at the end or somewhere in between, but we'll see. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, Cat BX and Jasmine Henry. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all. So we'll get right to that right after this. Let me take that off first. Welcome back. Hey, I just did that intro, right? I just did that on my own earlier today. It's a new one. I know Shannon didn't see that one yet, but yeah, this one gonna be a little bit different. Not really, but you know, kind of sort of. Like I say, it's narcissists. You know, I'm gonna break down kind of, you know, where they at, and I guess some of the signs and some of the things we should look for when we're dealing with these people. And if we don't know that they're around, I think we always need to be on guard, like basically 24/7, even in your dreams. Sometimes, you know, you just need to be on guard and be aware that these people are around and they everywhere. So we're going to go over different, like I said, different spaces and things like that of where they at. Hey, everybody, welcome everybody in. That's cool. That's what I love about this community. Like, everybody, don't matter if I see you come in or not, somebody is going to welcome you in. And that's what's good about this community. That's different from others. If you've been in other lives and things like that, I'm not talking about narcissists, but just any other lives that I've seen, you know, a lot of people don't welcome people in, but like in the narcissist community, like everybody welcomes everybody in, and, you know, they always give good feedback and good answers and good questions. So I love it. I love, you know, being here and being with y'all. So let's get into this one. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I will say, you know, go ahead and, you know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And then, you know, hit the like button on this video, share this video if you think it'll help someone. You know, follow me on all my social media. Let me put that up because I'll be forgetting to put it up. Hey, how you doing, Tyra? Welcome. We're just getting started. So let me put all my stuff up. So you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook. You want to visit my website. I'm also on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter much, but I am on there. I'll, you know, check messages when I get them. So, you know, follow me there. And then also, you know, follow my wife. If you're not subscribed to her channel, you know, she's on Instagram, Twitter, you know, Narc Free Living on YouTube. And then also her website, you know, I'm wearing one of her shirts right now, actually. Let me move her thing so you can see it. So this is one of her scapegoat shirts. So nice shirt, always good quality, nice and soft for y'all that purchase one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Nice and soft quality shirts. So, and then next week, remember, I talked last week about homework that we're going to do. Hey, welcome, love, peace. Thank you for joining. We're going to be talking about the celebrations that we've had. Remember, I gave us 2 weeks. So next Friday on the live, we're going to actually talk about wins, you know, like celebrations, like not just me. I want everybody to bring in, you know, through the chat and just, you know, say things that, you know, you've been no contact for, you know, a certain amount of time, or you started a business, you wrote a book, you got a new client, whatever you've done, you know, I think we need to celebrate that, because I think a lot of times that falls down to the wayside and we don't celebrate the little wins. We're waiting for like big victories, but I'm trying to celebrate all the little wins and everything. So next Friday, get your things together. What is happening? I ain't talking about over the last couple of weeks, but over the last year, 2 years, what has happened in your life that we can actually put in the chat and talk about wins. I might convince Shannon to actually come on live with me on that Friday, so we ain't did one in a while. So I might get her to come on, and we might do one together, just talking about wins and things like that. You know, love, peace, welcome, Janet Foot, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So again, like I said, you can reach Shannon on all of social media and things like that. You know, let me see what you said. Let me see. Shannon say shoot, getting through the day, Narc free is a win. Exactly. That's a small win, but it's a win. If you ain't got to sit there and, you know, how Ice Cube song go, I didn't have to use my AK. I know this song I'm talking about. Yeah, I have to use his AK. That's a good day. Yes. Lou 1234, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. So yeah, anytime you get a win, we want to celebrate that. So again, next Friday, bring your wins. We ain't talking about no losses. Bring all your wins next Friday. Everything that you won, you know, you joined a new church, whatever it is, you know, whatever y'all want to come, just drop them in the chat. We're going to try to post. It's going to be more of a posting. I'm just going to talk about a little bit of me, and we're going to post everybody's stuff that, you know, you started, you know, whatever you started. So let's do that next week. We all can participate together to be something different, and that's what we're going to do. So, all right, let's get into this one. Let me take Shannon's stuff down. Let me put this back up so we know what we're talking about. I know y'all know, but put it back up. And then we're going to start off with school. And then, you know, when I'm talking about school, obviously I'm talking about if you're in college, if you know what I'm saying, if you've been in college, you're in high school, you know, you got kids in high school. These people are everywhere. And it's not just students. I think a lot of times we get it mixed up and thinking that students. No, it's teachers and professors if you're in college and all these different things. These character traits don't just stop at home. And I try to, you know, Shannon mentions this a lot. I mentioned a lot. It's not like that person that's a narcissist that you stay with or someone stay with. It's not like they stop being a narcissist when they walk out of the front door and drive to work, and their workplace could be school. So yeah, I think about some of these teachers, these janitors, these principals, assistant principals, deans when they're in college, vice presidents and stuff like that when they're in college. Look here, you have to know what you playing with and know what you're messing with to be able to get to the next phase of your life. So these people, like I said, they everywhere. The reason why I want to say, because I think we get caught up too many times that we think, well, you know, I'm not married to one, so I'm good. Yeah, you might not be married to one, and thank God you're not married to one. But what if you work with one? What if you go to church with one? We're going to get into church in a little while. Hey, how you doing, Pink Girl Teachers? How you doing? Thank you for joining us. I'm not gonna mess with Joy tonight. I'm gonna try not to. She already started with me on Facebook. I don't know what's, you know, I just asked the question earlier, but anyway. So yeah, these people are everywhere, you know, school, you know, everything. Just like Shannon just said, teachers, students, professors, superintendents, staff, faculty, the cooks you never know which, you know what I'm saying? You never know who you're dealing with until you really know who you're dealing with, if that make any sense. So a lot of times, you know, we just don't know. And it's not until you have basically, you know, you have some kind of confrontation with them. I hate to say that, but you have a confrontation with that person. Then you start to realize this is not who I thought they was. It could be a cook in the cafeteria or, you know, whatever the case is. But we have to realize and we have to figure out, you know, sometimes even at school, we go encounter narcissists, and we might encounter narcissist abuse. It might not just be them talking to us and things like that. It might actually be narcissist abuse. And we have to realize that you have to be, like we say, you have to have on your whole armor of God 24/7, not 8 hours out of the day, not 14-hour days, because that's just because you're at work. No, the whole time you have to have that on. And it's real. It's real talk, because I know even when I was in college, I know a couple of professors, when I look back on it, I can't say they was narcissists, but something was there, you know, a little different from most of your other professors, you know. So, you know, they would do things different. They would tell you one thing, like, let's say, you know, I had one professor, I told Shannon about this, matter of fact, one professor would say, hey, I want you to write an 8-page paper. But then when you turn in an 8-page paper, getting tongue twisted, they would actually say, hey, you know what, you should have did 12. My thing is, that's what you asked for. You asked for 8, so why would I give you 12? Now, I'm not saying that's narcissist, but I'm just saying that's kind of crazy. If you ask me for $5 and I give you 5, you can't expect to get a $20 bill out of my hand. That's what I'm getting at. So my thing is, even at school, you have to realize that some people, they just cut from a different cloth. They're not like us. They not empaths. They not, you know what I'm saying? They narcissists in nature, and they evil. And hey, you have to realize what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, look, Tiger said, educated here. And when I say I'm trying to get out, see what I'm saying? She works. She know what I'm talking about. They got, and believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, Tonya is an educator also. And she said the same thing. We had this discussion before, Norfolk Freight. She said the same thing. they have so many narcissists that she worked with in the school system. Think about that. At school, where your kids go to school and where some of y'all work at, they have more narcissists probably at the school than they have in the church house. And that's debatable, but isn't that kind of crazy? And these people, they're teaching our kids, our children, and you have more narcissists in the school system. And I'm talking about elementary, middle, high school, college, so forth and beyond. It doesn't make any sense when you think about it. So yeah, I'm glad you said that, because like I said, Tonya said the same thing. So it boggles my mind to actually think about how many narcissists are really in school. If we really did an investigation and start looking at some of these teachers, that's why, I think you should go to the PTO, the parent meetings and all that stuff, and probably figure out, what's going on with some of these schools, because you have instances where they let stuff slide. You still have racism going on in school. I know that's not narcissism, but I'm just saying some people that's racist are narcissists. Let's just be honest. So you have that going on in school. So you have to realize that even in the school system, we are not safe. Our children are not safe, even in the school system where they're supposed to just go there, get an education, and go to the next grade, graduate at some point and move on. So think about that. When you send your child out to school, you might want to say a prayer. You might want to go visit that school. When they have parent meeting, if you can actually go, you might want to go to the meeting and actually, like I said, meet some of these teachers. They got Father Day, Mother Day, whatever. I would actually probably take a trip up there and probably go talk to a couple of these teachers and figure out. Just saying. You don't want to be on the short end of the stick where you figure out too late that, your child is getting taught by a narcissist. And you like, man, even at the school. No, I'm telling you right now, yes, they are at the school also. Let me see what y'all saying, or let me see. KBX say, true, I face racist narcs, which is also devastating. That's what I'm talking about. This is evil. Like Target said, very evil. Look, the syllabus and grading criteria says 8 pages. You're going to get 8 pages, shaking my head. Yeah, and that was in college level. You know what I'm saying? I turned the paper in. And then see, when that happened, and see, this where you got to stand up. You got to rise up and, just stand up for yourself, because I could have just let that grade slide. She gave me a lower grade than what I was used to getting. So I emailed her out. I emailed and I called her out on. I said, well, the thing is, I sent her the syllabus and I said, look, it only asks for 8 pages. I gave you really 9. You count the, I don't count the first page, but with the, with your references and stuff, I really gave you 9 pages. So it's like 8.5. Then, you throw in 9. But, she ended up changing that grade because, she was in the wrong. So don't let people get by with stuff, even on college level, just because, it was a B. And I know y'all like, well, that was a B, but you can ask Shannon, I graduated with a 3.94, I think, in my master's, and I graduated with a 3.97 in my bachelor's. So I was one of the people, I just wanted to have a certain GPA, so that B would have maybe brought it down a point or two. But anyway, not gonna harp on that, but just, realize that at the school too, wherever you at. Let me see. Jasmine said, my original plan was to be a school teacher. And when I was getting my certification, I learned that teachers take advantage of kids whose parents don't show up regularly. Now, see, that's something new. I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. I'm pretty sure Tarkin I can believe that. If the parents not in the child's, life, going to school and doing, I can see that. How you can take advantage of it. That's messed up. Hey, how you doing? Uniquely made. Say hello, beautiful family. I don't care who is a narc in the school system. Just don't mess with my kid. I with you on that. Just don't mess with mine. Don't mess with me either, because I don't want to go to the school. It might be chitty chitty bang bang time. Nah, I'm playing. I'm not going to the school and do that. For somebody to say I'm going up there doing stuff. No, I'm not doing that. KBX said, I signed up for Parent Teacher Association just to be involved. And that's what I'm saying. Just be involved so that way you kind of know what's going on. You need to have a one-on-one with the principal, because remember, it all stems from the leaders. So the principal is a narcissist. Y'all know how that goes. So they go hire other little narcissists around them, and they can control all the teachers. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So yeah. So just pay attention to what's going on. Yes. Okay, so let's keep moving. Y'all chatting up. Y'all know I was gonna say this. Y'all knew I was gonna say work. I mean, it's faith-based workplace. You knew I was gonna say they got narcissists at work. When I say they're everywhere, let me tell you they're everywhere. We're gonna go over, and I'm probably still gonna miss some, but I put a lot of places in there that I believe narcissists are. They definitely in the workplace. I've ran across these people. My last supervisor that I had when I was in safety, she, like, after me and Shannon and I talked about it, we realized that this woman was most likely a narcissist. I told y'all the story about, some of the things that happened, but, I never seen a supervisor that wanted to be She was trying like to be my mom and find out information about, Shannon and myself. She's sitting there questioning me about, things that's going on, trying to, fish for information. And this is the way she went about doing it, But these people are definitely in the workplace. Some of you, and they usually in high-ranking positions. They usually like managers, supervisors. I know, matter of fact, I'm gonna roll that back. They got a CEO that I knew for sure that I was working with. Shannon know what I'm talking about. I believe this guy was doggone borderline racist, and probably I knew there was a narcissist or something, because and the way he used to do it was so funny. I'm tell you how people do, or how narcissists do, and y'all probably had this happen to y'all before. So when he would come into town, he would take just certain people out to eat lunch, and usually they wasn't my color. Y'all know where I'm going there. It wasn't my color, so he would always take the same people out to eat at lunch. But what's crazy about that, he invited them in, they all to jump in this little Cadillac and they'll take off driving. And I said Lil, so yeah, I'm taking a dig. Whenever somebody say Lil, that means they're taking a dig. So they'll jump in this little Cadillac and go off to eat their little lunch. Well, the funny thing is I had a company credit card, so I can actually go buy my own food, whatever I wanted for lunch as well. So it really didn't bother me that he didn't invite me. I'm like, okay. But the thing about it, like I'm saying, these people are definitely at work. When you're in the workplace, y'all know we talk about documentation. Make sure you documenting things. Make sure you telling people. Make sure you go on to human resources. You have to document this stuff. Don't just let these people get away with stuff and then you end up getting fired. And then guess what? It's not going to stop it. You is going to keep on going and going and going until somebody stands up. So at some point, or sometimes somebody has to make a decision to say, you know what? Nah, because it's not one of them things. So my thing is, if you have a supervisor doing something like what mine did to me, he wasn't my supervisor, but he still was the, the CEO. So I guess you can kind of call him my supervisor. Now, don't let it bother you. You can pay for your own lunch. Don't let stuff like that. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let them go eat their little lunch. You go on here, you go eat your lunch, and you keep moving around and doing what you're doing. And, you just go realize that some people just don't like you for whatever reason. So in the workplace, you're probably going to encounter even more because you go to work all the time. Even working from home, you're still going to encounter these people because they're going to email you, they're going to text you, they go call you, they go do word salad. For y'all don't know word salad, go basically talk in circles. You get off the phone after 30 minutes and you have no idea what was just said. You just wrote down a whole bunch of information, and when you go back and read it, it means nothing. They call you on the weekends, you're off on weekends. So you gotta let people make people respect your time and also respect you. So at work, be very careful on people you tell personal business to. That's one thing I don't do. If you know something personal about me, it's only because I told you and I wanted you to know, but it doesn't mean anything. Like I'll tell you, hey, yeah, I got married or whatever, something like that. Or my wife and I, we going on vacation here. That's only because I want you to know. Are you gonna know everything personal? No, that's not me. Y'all, if anybody that follow me on social media, I don't be posting a bunch of pics about stuff. I keep it. If you look at my stuff, I keep it business. I talk about narcissists. I talk about God. I don't really post pictures of myself like going out and now would that change at some point? Maybe, but just know that these people in the workplace, I'm telling y'all, they vicious, they cruel, they will get you fired, they will bully you in the workplace. Matter of fact, Shannon and I did a video a while back, I think last year, about bullying in the workplace because it happens. It definitely happens. At work, be on your P's and Q's, dot your I's, cross your T's, because these people are out to get you. Remember, the idea to steal, kill, and destroy. Remember that. Hey, welcome, Heather. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Let me jump back in the chat one more time. Let me see what y'all. Let me see. Shannon to drop something in here. And you want to join a prayer group that prays against narcs in the courtroom? Join my sister Perry and our Fridays at 6 p.m. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it up there for a few seconds so y'all can see that. That's all this stuff. Like, and Shannon promotes Clubhouse way more than I do because I'm not really on there like that. I just go to her room, but that's another place that you can go on. Meet some people that's talking about just like we do it here on YouTube. It is another platform we can talk, meet people that's dealing with the same stuff that we're dealing with day in, day out. You can ask Auntie Karen, ask Joy. I mean, they've been on there. Heather, I think she's been on there. Just ask different people. I'm telling you, it's beneficial to you. Cat BX say work is the worst. I had to file an official complaint just to watch my back, and if it gets worse, pull a trigger, HR no. See, that's what I'm saying. So at least you took the right steps to actually file a complaint. A lot of people will not file a complaint. And you know why? The reason being, I'm not going to really call it fear. Well, yeah, it is fear. It's fear because they think retaliation. But by law, they really can't retaliate. To be honest with you, it'd be quite stupid of any company. If I filed a complaint to HR, and I usually what I would do, I file a complaint to HR at the local branch, but then I go one step further. You file a complaint to HR at the corporate office, because what you want to do is say the local, they try to keep things in-house. A lot of times the HR lady or the HR man, you never know what side they on. Now, we do have some people that I know, like my friend Tiffany, she's human resources. So people like that, they for HR, they for the people. But some people, they for the company. They don't care about the people. So you have to realize, you got to go one step further, file your complaint sometime with corporate. That way, when they try to backlash and say, oh, I'm going to fire you, go ahead. I'm going straight to the lawyer office. We're about to handle this the right way. So just realize that. But workplaces, it's a breeding ground for narcissists. It really is. It really is. Let's see. What else they got in here? Oh, my bad. That's she said she's talking about the prayer. She said it's 6 a.m. PST, 8 a.m. CST Friday. So not 6 p.m., 6 a.m. for all y'all early birds that want to get up and pray. But at least it's 8 a.m., here, CST. So yeah. KBS said I can't seem to go on Clubhouse, Lord. Yeah, you got to get with Shannon or get with somebody that's on there a lot. Shannon know more about it, so you probably can reach out to her, and that way y'all can, probably hash that out. Uniquely May said, I had a few narc bully bosses, and I ain't never stay shut. Yeah, you can't, because if you stay shut and just don't say anything, they just gonna run over you and run over all your other coworkers. That's what they're gonna do. Like I said, they doing. They go from, if it's a man, he go from abusing his wife at home, whether it's physical, mental, whatever, to abusing 50 people at work. Now you're getting even more supply. Think about that for a second. Same thing with a woman. If she's abusive to her husband and she's a covert narcissist, well, now she get to go to work and do the same thing, but she has even more people to do. Y'all see what I'm going? That's what my ex was doing the same thing as a supervisor. So you got to realize these people are definitely in the workplace. Realize that. Let's go to the next thing. I don't think this should shock y'all, this next one, but we'll see. It might shock a couple. It shouldn't. The government. Presidents on down. Yeah, I did it. I said it. Prime ministers, whoever. I mean, we can go to any country and go through their whole little political system. I don't talk politics. I really don't, but I know they got a lot of narcissists in politics. Senators, mayors, governors, presidents, all that. Just think about it. Think about some of the people that people go out there and vote for, and then when they get on TV, they say one thing, and then when they get on TV, they do something totally different. You don't think that's like narcissist behavior? They get caught in a flat out lie. Somebody that filmed them doing something, and then they say, no, I didn't do it. I didn't have sexual relations with that woman. Yeah, I went there all the way back. But I'm just saying, people do all these things. So yes, they're in the government. And then you got to think about the judges and all that stuff. It's all government. It's all, think about that. So you have all these narcissists in, we already discussed school. We have them at work. You have them in government. Some of y'all work for the government. They're still at work. So, so you know what I'm talking about. So I'm telling y'all, these people are everywhere, and none of them mean you no good. Like none. Let's see what you niggas may say. Government sells your identity. All narcs. I definitely agree with that. I had to say I work for myself, but my friends who work in offices have a hard time. I know they do, because I'm telling you, working for myself is probably one of the best things. It's awesome because I ain't got to answer to a supervisor that's narcissist, because we wouldn't know what I know now. That conversation, they wouldn't like it. They probably would fire me, to be honest with you. Janet Foot say they gang up in you with flying monkeys. Yeah, so they go use their flying monkeys, their enablers. Their enablers go take up for the narcissist and be, fighting for them tooth and nail, actually fighting more than the narcissist actually fighting. And then the flying monkeys go do whatever they can to do the smear campaigns at work. So you got to realize, I'm talking about at work. They go do these things. In the government facilities that we go to, Social Security office, they got narcissists in all these different places. Just be on your P's and Q's. You might be having a great day and you go there to get something done. Let's say, Shannon about to laugh, let's say at the DMV or the Department of Motor Vehicles or whatever y'all call it in your state, DPS, some people call it here in Texas. Well, you go there and maybe the woman having a bad day. But is it really a bad day if she's like that every time you go in there? No, they're just evil. Because I didn't ask you to take that job. That's my thing. I didn't ask you to work there. How about you find another job? So they in the government, they telling you, man, they all, I didn't encounter these people in all different places. When I sit back and look, telling y'all, they everywhere, and it sucks. Yeah, Norfolk Living say, yep, the Narcs sit back and allow the flunkies to fight for them. And like Shannon always say, we didn't discuss this before. The thing about it, the reason why they do that, they don't want to get their hands dirty. So even in a workplace or a government situation, whatever, they gonna let other people go fight for them because see, they can sit back and say, well, I never said that. Such and such said that. That never came out of my mouth. Such and such said that. Look, Shannon talking about, I think she's gonna do what I was talking about. Is this lady DPS that is miserable? I pray for her. Yeah, she's real evil. Every time we go in there, got to do anything. I ain't been there in a while, but anytime we got to do anything for your driver's license or anything, this lady's like real evil. She actually takes your paperwork, like, you know, if you didn't wrote it out or did it online, she takes it and takes a red ink pen like we in 3rd grade and marks it all up and tell you to go redo it. I want to tell the lady, so I'm like, man, come on, man. That's what we're doing? You got to take a red ink pen? I don't work here, so I don't know exactly what needs to be filled out on the form, but again, evil. Is she a narcissist? I don't know. Chances are probably so, because she got something. She needs something in her life. Y'all pray for the lady. I don't know her name. Y'all just pray for her. Yes. Pink Girl teachers say they enjoy this because they know we need to work to support our families. Exactly. So if you have narcissists, you know, at work, and then you have them in the government, they're controlling a lot. When you think about it, they're controlling a lot. When you go for a regular traffic ticket, if the lawyer or the judge is a narcissist, you already know what you're dealing with. When you're dealing with an evil person, they don't care nothing about you. They have that power. Think about it. Most of them are empowered. They're in some kind of power. That's what they in. They try to put themselves in a position because they want to be in a high position, because that way nobody can really mess with them. See, if you're in a low position, you know, people can like tell you stuff. You know, if you're not the manager, you're not the supervisor. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Let me see. Cluster B said some of the law enforcement and medical personnel alter or destroy lives, being narcs with grandiose egos and powerful positions. Exactly. People go to jail or die because of big egos. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. We see it on the news all the time. Well, cops get away with things. Now, am I saying all cops narcissists? No. Am I saying they have some in their police force? Yes. Police chiefs and all that. We can go down a list on that too. So yeah, they all over the place. So yeah. So it's all, I just want y'all to realize that it's not just, you don't have to just worry about them just at home or just at work or just at school or in just government offices. You might have to worry about them here at church. Y'all know, y'all know I was going to say that. I wasn't going to leave church out. So this is my thing with church. If you're going to church and you find you a good church home, more power to you. Hey, good. But if you go to church and it's really not a good church home, your pastor out there sleeping with the ladies of the church and this, that, and other, you might want to find you another church. I'm not gonna harp on this for too long, but I'm just saying, if your pastor, your pastor, not my pastor, if your pastor is sleeping with the women of the church, you have to realize that that might not be the man of God that he says he, because he get up in a pulpit, he's basically contradicting what he's saying. If you have deacons in the church that's sleeping with other women, you have women in the church, some of y'all have female pastors, well, she's sleeping with other people that might not be the church that you want to go. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do. I'm not going to the church. You have a pastor, Shannon know where I'm going with this too. We had a pastor, we was going to a church, and it just happened, you know, COVID, all this stuff happened, and then all of a sudden we see our pastor at another church. I'm not gonna say the name, but he was at another church with I can't think of that boy name. What's that boy's name on the tip of my tongue? Kanye West. Now, what boggles my mind is the pastor. Before that, I thought he was real good pastor. You know, he'd break down things. You know, he had printouts for you to do, like, you know, work while he talking and stuff. But when I seen him up there with Kanye West at this church right here in Houston, I thought very differently of that pastor. Like, nah, no, wait, you went to this church that I don't like the pastor at that church either, but you went to this church to go hang out with Kanye West? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just like, so again, if your pastor is doing all these different things, and then if your pastor driving a brand new Maserati and you driving a 2001 Honda and the church bought him the car, yeah, okay. Yeah. Or you walking to church or riding your bicycle and he driving, or he got a helicopter pad, like the church I'm talking about. I'm talking about Joel Osteen for y'all that don't know. I might want to go ahead and say it. You know, he got a helicopter pad, $8 million house, whatever, you know, all this stuff. So my thing is, you might want to question some of these things and look at your church a little bit differently and things that's going on at your church. Just realize that you have narcissists in the church. And not all of them are, I'm not talking about all pastors, I'm not talking about all deacons. Some of them just sitting right next to you in the church or right next to you in the same pew. So you got to realize that. So some of these people go to church every Sunday, but they just came from the club Saturday night. They probably just walked in, probably still, I didn't see it. They still smell like alcohol. And talking about, can we do the, when we go get the Lord's Supper? And you drunk enough. You need to go sit, because some of y'all church, you know, Catholic church, they serve wine. You don't need nothing else to drink. You drunk already. You might need to go home. Somebody might need to call a taxi cab driver for this person because they drunk at church. So I understand, believe it or not, I've seen some pastors where they got alcohol on their breath. They just came from the club or the casino. In some place they came from the casino, and now they in the pulpits preaching to you about what you should be doing right. They preach to us about, you know, will a man rob God, about adultery, and you the biggest adultery in the church. Come on, man. I'm like, how you gonna tell me? But I guess it goes back to, you know, do as I say, not as I do. Man, but I'm not 5. You can't get me with that. When I was 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, yeah, that probably would work. I'm a grown man, so telling me something like that, I know you cheat. Yeah, we could go ahead and have to find us another church home because that's not the church we should be in. So you have a lot of narcissists. Church is another breeding ground for narcissists. If y'all didn't know, hey, shock, news alert. They have a lot of narcissists in the church. Let me tell you, you can sit there and really watch some of these people online and you'll figure out something wrong. A lot of these people got mega churches. Yeah, they got mega churches and things ain't nothing mega about it. Ain't nothing super about it. Ain't nothing happy. Just saying. So a lot of narcissists are in the church place, and it still boggles my mind that many people still go to these churches. I'm like, wow, you know. Oh, let me see what Cat BA say. I laughed at the Pastor Gray and them skinny jeans and cheap. You talk about John Gray. Yeah, hey, the church still want them there. So hey, they, you know how they say, don't talk about that's my pastor. Don't talk about my pastor. What? Your pastor cheating like all the time, and his wife defending him. And I ain't trying to make this a church thing, but it's like that's one of the things I put on here. So I mean, come on, y'all. Lou said J.O. is a big time phony. Yeah, big time phony. He just want everybody to come to church, be happy, be nice, leave work. What about when bills are stacking up and I just lost my job? I'm not happy then, Joe. I mean, what are we doing, Joe? Let's call him Joe. You know, I don't know that man. Call him Joe. Like, what are you talking about? We can't be happy all the time. It does happiness. He always just speaks so enlightening, like everything just had, like he never have a bad day. He ain't never stubbed his toe getting out the bed or nothing. I'm just saying, like, bro, it ain't that much happiness in the world. So just think about that. When y'all choosing some of these churches, y'all might want to do research on some of these churches, because guess what? They checking y'all credit reports. I didn't say this before. They want to know y'all credit. They want to know where y'all work at, just so they can check to see how much tithes you're supposed to be paying. Man, I ain't got to let you know none of that, man. Like Shannon said, we got out of church immediately. Yeah, as soon as she showed me the thing, the pastor was at Joel Osteen church with Kanye West came to Houston. I was like, man, come on, man. And the people after that, they kept, trying to contact us. Like, nah, I just started ignoring them and blocking their phone. I don't want to talk to none of you. Because we already felt some kind of way anyway. Then when we seen that, it was like, okay, you one of them people. Had to say, my pastor's amazing. Thank God, because my family hid child abuse behind the church. Amen. Amen. Hey, you got a good pastor. I'm not telling you, hey, stay in your church. You know what I'm saying? Stay. Tucker say, I'm so glad I left the church. To be honest with you, Shannon, I've learned more leaving the church than I ever did being in the church. I'm not saying I didn't learn nothing in church, but what I'm saying, I've learned more being out of church. I've learned more about narcissist abuse. I learned more about God and what he actually can do. I read my Bible even more. I'm just saying, but going to some of these churches, you're dealing with these narcissists, they're not teaching everything. They only have a few sermons when you think about it. They just keep repurposing the sermons. It's will a man rob God? They talking about the building fund. Y'all been building a church for 25 years. When does this church go? Is it gonna get built before I die? Because I didn't put money in here every month and I ain't seen a brick yet. You have the so you have that. They talk about adultery a little bit, not really. Don't really talk about that. You know, it really tithes is their main thing, to be honest with you. And then they'll talk about the resurrection. They'll talk about Jesus. You know, they always do that around Easter, so they go do that. You know, all the time. They're gonna talk about the building fund, like I said. They go talk about, you know, any deaths in the church. They sermons are stagnant. It's like this wood on this desk I'm sitting on. Hey, like, man, your sermons are whack. At the end of the day, you're not. What about, like, right here? I'm trying to say it's crazy because adultery and fornication is almost normalized in some churches. The one place where it's not supposed to be. But they won't talk about it because, you know why? Because the pastor is probably the one that's doing the adultery. He's not going to talk about it because then people looking at him already with the side eye because of what he's doing. Jasmine said, I can write a book on church narcissists. I'm waiting for that book because that'd be a good read on just church narcissists because they got a bunch of them out there. That'd be a good read. Cat BX say they love to flaunt their position. Like they can't wait to play their position. It's so childish and make life a living hell for employers. Yeah, it's talking about that happened in the church too because they got employees at the church. So that pastor be making the deacons and the people that run behind them life a living hell too. Don't think it's not just it's just saying it's all over the place. It's all over the place. I didn't want to go too long on that part, but church, y'all just need to be very careful of your churches. Just like, you know, they want to know where you work at and what you do, and you know they basically they interviewing you when you come to the church. Like Shannon and I, we went to the church the one we left. You know, we did like an interview thing and they talked to us and we went there and, you know, met some different people and stuff like that. Well, you need to be interviewing them when they're interviewing you. Meaning you need to be asking them questions. You know, has that, you know, maybe you ask the tough questions. It's like a job interview. Go ahead and ask them, like, hey, you know, how long he been pastor the church? You know, find that out. Okay, how many times he been married? Okay, that's only one wife. Not that it matter how long he been, I mean, how many times he been married. But I'm just saying, you want to find out some of the particulars and be like, hey, has he ever cheated on his wife? Now, if he said it, he did it, and he came back and confessed it, and it never happened again, okay, but that's for you to decide if you still want to go to that church. Do y'all pull credit reports on people that's at the church? You want to ask all these things before you even join the church, because now you didn't waste your time joining the church, kind of like Shannon and I did. You know, we wasted time, and they fronted us like it was going to be, you know, not like Joe Osteen church, but like it's going to be this good thing, and then you get in there, you know, it's like, wait, hold on. This ain't what I thought it was going to be. So I just think if you ask them tough questions in the beginning, and maybe they got online ministry, go ahead and look at some of that stuff and figure out, yeah, this might not be what I thought it was. You can find another church, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to church, you know, a lot of times, and some of these, especially COVID, look at COVID. The church was shut down. So what were you doing then? Because that same pastor that I'm talking about, he closed the church down. He ain't opened up, I think, until about a month ago. So you figure that out. We're in June 2021. And I think he just opened his church a month ago. So people wasn't doing nothing. He was doing a little online, I think, a little bit, but yeah. Love Peace say church is like a cult to me. Exactly. Let me read this last one. We're going to keep moving. I remember a female church narcissist, the pastor's wife to be exact. See what I'm saying? The pastor's wife, a doggone nar. Okay. Trying to put homosexual men with heterosexual women in efforts to fix the gayness of the man. Man, come on. You know what? It shocks me, but it don't even really shock me. So come on, man. Come. See, that's what I'm talking about. They got too much power because, you know, they call her the first lady of the churches. So too much power. I don't know. Think she get, okay, I guess. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's get into our first Bible verse. 1 John 1:5. This is the message we have heard from him and proclaimed to you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. So the reason why I brought that verse in, all this stuff we talking about is some dark stuff. Whenever we talk about narcissists, there ain't nothing light about that. It's all darkness. But just know in God is light. So darkness and light cannot mix, like all in water. They do not go together. I don't care how many times you try to do it. You can't have a dark room and then shine a light. Well, it's gonna be lit up. It don't work like that. You can't have a dark room and the sun out. I mean, if you got windows, it's gonna be. Only way you got a dark room is if you got a media room, and you know some people you got a media room and they darken out the windows, or they don't have windows, and then it's dark. But guess what? When you turn a projector on, boom, it films on. You know, it puts it on the screen, projection screen. Now you have light, so it doesn't go. Darkness and light cannot mix. So evil and good can't go together. I think it's always gonna be a balance. No way They can coexist. The devil and God, y'all see where I'm going. It don't go together. It just don't. You can't make it go together. Some people, we try to force it. You can't force it. You can't make this work. It's not going to work like that. That's not how it works. Okay, let's keep moving. Y'all know I had to say this, home. Some people you're married to, some of them we not heard stories, especially like on, y'all go check out Shannon Tuesday on Clubhouse. You'll hear a couple people talk about they had to go no contact with their children. Can you imagine going no contact with your children because they narcissists? Yes. Children are narcissists also. So I don't think it's just, well, adults. No, they got children. I ain't talking about I'm talking about children. I'm talking about, you know, they probably 10, 15, whatever, 12 years old, whatever the age range is. They are narcissists also. So in your own home, you definitely can have a narcissist in your home. In my house, we don't have none of that here. We, thank God. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it here. But sometimes you have these children, you have the wife or the husband or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case is. So you have these people in your home, or even when you invite company over. You invite company over to your house, so you want to have a little get together. And you might have a narcissist come in your house, bringing that evil spirit into your house. You just want to, you know, have a little chill time, and they destroy the whole dinner because they evil. They don't want nothing good. They don't. And then someone try to get close to you, know, they see what you got. They see your house, they see your car, they see your wife, or they see your husband, and they want to get close to you because they trying to sleep with. I ain't got to talk about this. I'm just saying they trying to sleep with your husband or your wife. Or they're trying to befriend them just so they can find out information from them. So sometimes we invite the narcissist right into our house, not knowing. We don't know that person, because we never met them before. It's like one of your homegirls or your homeboys say, "Can I bring my +1?" You might want to ask who your +1 is, so I can do a background check on them before they come to my house, because I don't need that evil spirit in my house. I'm just trying to have, you know, football Sunday or whatever the case is. And here it is. This person walks in, and now I can't even watch the game. I got to deal with this person and throw them out the house. I'm just saying, y'all. So watch who you invite into your house is what I'm telling you. At your home, you got a home of peace and everything is good. Watch who you invite into your home. And probably when you invite them people into your home, maybe when they leave, you might want to pray over the house and put some, like Shannon say, put some all around your house and this, that, and the third. Pray before they get to your house. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, because sometimes we're inviting them into a house just like we get married to these people. We got to hold ourselves accountable. So you invite them in. Now you didn't invite the person into your home. You gave them, like my wife always say, you gave them legal access into your house. And sometimes we just don't know. So just saying, I don't want to harp on that too long, but just realize that narcissists, remember, are everywhere. Everywhere. We know they're part of your love life because that's what most of us are dealing with and still trying to heal from the people we was married to or dated. They was narcissists. We didn't know at first. We didn't recognize all the red flags, or we recognize them, but just like, it's not that bad. You know, him not opening the door for me, some women, you know, it's not, I can open my own door. I'm independent. Okay, that's cool. That's not that bad. He only hit me, you know, on my arm. He punched me. Ain't that bad. You know, well, you know, she's a little woman. She only scratched me on my chest. So, you know, just that one time that it happened, ain't that bad. And then when it happened the second, third, fourth, fifth time, and then you like scratching your head like, man, I should have. So in your love life, again, we're inviting these people in. We're giving them legal access to our heart, our mind, to our home, to our kids. We give them legal access to all this. And some of them are, you know, so in your love life, you have to be real strategic about your prayer. I talk about this all the time. When you go to God and praying for that man and praying for that woman, be strategic. Don't just say, God, I need a man in my life, or God, bless me with a dime piece, you know, you call it women, fine. No, you might want to go a little bit further than that. You want a lot more substance than just that, whether it's male or female. And then wait for God to show you who your real really is. And I talked about this before. So your love life is very critical, not only to you, but to your children, to people that's around you, to your work, to all kind of stuff. So you have to be on point. You have to have that, like I told you, that full armor of God on all the time. You know, and some people be on these dating sites and all this stuff, and these things can go away lucky. They tell you whatever they want on a dating site. So you got a picture. Some of y'all meet these people, and it's like night and day. You see the person on the website, and you're like, man, cool. Man, she look good. Then you meet her, you know, letting her like the profile picture. Same thing with the men. You know, you see them, they tell you they 6'4", you meet them, they 5'2". Huh? You better watch what y'all doing with some of these people. You know, if you lying to me already, if you already lying to me and we just talking on the website or are we just talking on the phone because somebody did a blind date thing for y'all start talking on the phone, take all them red flags and run with the red. Just pick them up and run. Just go ahead and run. That way you ain't got to worry about noticing no more red flags. Just pick up the ones you have and just go. Holler at you later. I don't even want to talk to you. I'm good. Block their number and don't talk to them again. That's why I'm also a firm believer. A side note for women especially, don't invite these people to your house. Like, don't invite these men to your house when you first meet them and stuff. No, you're gonna meet them out in a public place, because if something goes awry and it doesn't go right, guess what? They don't know where you live. You met them at a restaurant, public place, about 20 minutes away from your house. So you go ahead, you know, you end the date and go ahead and, you know, leave and go to your house. Because when you invite them to your house, now they know where you stay. So when you walk outside the next morning, because you brushed them off and don't want to talk to them, you walk out the next morning and then now you have a flat tire or your car scratched up. And it's for men too, either way, you know, and you didn't brought this crazy girl to your house. Just saying. So now they, especially if you didn't kiss them or went a step further, which I'm praying you're not doing, but you went a step further and had sex with them. Now you didn't got this, y'all know where I'm going to. Now you got this love. They love you, but you're not in love with them because you thought it was just a thing. It's a thing, all right. Now that narcissist, again, has legal access to you. Now you didn't gave them something else to, yeah. So just be like George just said, seriously, you need to be strategic. And this is something I had to learn. I'm not telling y'all that I knew everything. I didn't, because I had two crazy marriages. I ain't telling you I knew everything, but I know now things, you know, be strategic about all kind of prayers, you know. Don't just be out there just praying willy-nilly, man. You better break that thing down. You might want to write it out sometime, but really be strategic with your prayers. Cat BX say a bunch of liars. Yeah, it'd be like that. Definitely be like that. You nigga may say, like dodgeball, we got to dodge the narc shit. Like, oh, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that. Yeah, when you're dealing with these narcs, yeah, you gotta be dodging, like blocking. Like they say, your blocking ain't gotta be, you know, like, hey, you know, hello, you know, like playing volleyball, and they're like, nope. So yeah, you have to be on high alert, is what I'm telling y'all. And all these different things: school, work, church, especially work and church, especially your dating life, your love life. You have to be strategic with that. You can't just be out there. Well, I just invite him over to my house to seem like a nice guy. Ain't the smartest thing to do. Because if he's a narcissist in nature, he's to beat his ex. You invite him to the house that one time, he might, you know what I'm saying, might beat or rape you, or same thing with a woman. So you can't just listen to your boy Solomon. When you meet this person, even as a man, go meet that woman in a public location. If it's a blind date, your cousin hooking you up and say, man, she's sweet. Okay, go meet that girl at the Red Lobster down the street or something. You know what I'm saying? Because the little sweetness, she might be sweet around them, but then when she get evil around close, y'all know how narcissists do. They act one way in public. Then when you get them in private, now you got a crazy narcissist. So yeah, go meet them people over there somewhere. Shannon just brought up a good point. Do background checks. Please do your due diligence, men and women. Yeah. You can't just go off of what somebody tell you, because I'm a man. Man will tell you all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you the finest woman they ever seen. That's a lie. Think about how many women they got in the world. How are you? They just met you. You the finest woman they ever seen. You the beautiful, you the prettiest woman I ever seen. Women do the same thing. Man, I ain't never met a man like you to open the car door. And people open the car doors for you your whole life. I'm just saying. So just realize some of these people that you're dealing with, don't invite these people to your house. In your love life, be real strategic about who you bring around your children, who you bring around you, who you bring around your family, who you bring to your household, who you let ride in your car. Now see where I'm going, who you go grocery shopping with, all this stuff. Who you go into business with. We can go down a whole list of things, because you go into business with a narcissist, when it comes time for separation stage, whether you married to them or you just working with them, when it's time to separate that business, or they're gonna try to take you for everything the business work. They want to buy you out. They want to destroy the business. They'll try to burn it down. I mean, just so you won't have it, because they don't want to see you happy. So realize some of these people you talk about going into business with, you better realize who you actually going into business with. Just realize that. Let's keep moving. Sports. A lot of us watch sports. You know, we watch football and basketball, baseball, and all these other things. There's a lot of narcissists in sports too. I see it. I see these different stories, and you read up on these people. A lot of them are men. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of them are men. The ones I'm seeing. You don't see too many of the women, not in the sports world, but I know they have some because we all know they have female narcissists. So in the sports world, be careful who you really celebrating and buying jerseys and going buy the merchandise. Just saying, you might be supporting an abuser, or find out about these people. You don't know nothing about them, and you just, hey, that's my guy, that's my quarterback. And you won't never call out your quarterback because of what he said or what he did. I question you, to be honest with you. You can ask Shannon. Even back when my quarterback, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, even my quarterback said something crazy. I think it was last year. I was questioning, like, why did he say, yeah, he's my quarterback, but I'm a man, so I'm questioning, why did you say that? You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize some of these people in sports are narcissists, and, some women date some of these men in, high power, like sports and stuff like that. And then they end up getting abused or neglected and stuff like that. And same, so you have to realize, just because they're a sport figure or any kind of celebrity for that matter, that don't mean they good. How many celebrities y'all know killed themselves and they rich? They millionaires and billionaires. So that tells me two things. One, money doesn't make you happy. Two, just because you're rich don't mean you got everything figured out. Think about that. So just because they sports and all that stuff, nah, miss me with that. You're a human just like me. You dealing with struggles just like me. Now, you might be richer than me, but I'm richer than you because of me knowing God. Yeah, you got money, I got God. I'll take God over money any day. And that's true. I'm not saying that just to be on this saying now. I'll take God over money because with God, I can get money that I need to pay for my bill. He's been doing it all these years anyway. So think about it. KBS said, my son plays sports and I keep an eye out for his team and coach. Yeah, that's what Shannon used to do when her son played soccer. You got to watch the coach. Might have to check the coach. Like, hold on, coach. And Shannon had to do that with one of the coach. Hey, nah, some dude not right. Little narcissist. Coach. He was the coach. He want these boys to do all kind of stuff he not going to do. Nah, man, get out of here with that. So that coach, if I'm not mistaken, he got fired. They did a team vote and the parents like, no, you got to get him up out of here. People make these sports players, actors, singers, etc. their idols. Yeah. And that's your Beyonce's, your Jay-Z's, and Cardi B's, and Meg Thee Stallions. And I'm not just talking about them rappers and singing, all kind of people. Your basketball, baseball players, all that. LeBron James and all that. They make these people their idols. They make them their idol, and they almost worship. And you go on some of these people, how they got like a shrine of these people. Like, why you got all these pictures and dolls? I didn't even know they made a doll for Beyonce. I mean, I'm just saying, why you got a doll of her? Are you a kid? Are you 5? So some of y'all take it too far. I ain't talking about y'all here, but some of y'all go watch this and be like, might be later on, might be a few months from now, some people go watch this. Some of y'all take this stuff too far, celebrating these people. Buying, everything they have, you buying everything. You go off for broke, and then guess what? As soon as you get kicked out your house, I dare you to call a celebrity asking for some money. Let me know how to work out for you. See if they go help you out. Yeah. KBS say, yeah, would never doubt yourself. I had to tell his family members before I finally discarded him. It was sad 30-something and immature. Con will invest in background check and take it slow. Exactly. Shannon is a big supporter of background checks. Yes, definitely support that. Let's see what else in here before I keep going, because we coming down to the end. Got a few more. Antonio, okay, I know what you're talking about. Antonio Brown, yeah. Janice said, my gut never stopped shaking like a leaf. Fear, red flag, no peace, keeping me alarmed about the ministry, taught me all truth, faithful, Jesus, perfect love. Amen. Amen. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, if you think about it. All these people that we meet, most people that we meet, they tell you like everything you want to hear, but you got to read through the crap, the bull crap, because all the stuff you tell them, okay, now I need to figure out exactly what's truth and what's false, what a lies at, what a deceit at, what a con at, because everybody got a little con artists in them, especially they narcissists, so they're trying to con you one way or the other. They're trying to con you out money, they're trying to con you out your business, they're trying to con you out of your relationship with because some of them go to married people and try to get you out of a relationship and mess that marriage up. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to con you out of all kinds. They're trying to con you out of your heart. They're trying to con you out of believing in God, because some of them atheists. Yeah. Now, am I saying all narcissists are atheists? That's not what I'm saying, but I know I've met some on LinkedIn for sure that came out they atheists, and then I'm like, man, we ain't got nothing in common. We got nothing to talk about. And the same person would argue with me about, or try to argue with me about narcissism. And it's my, like I told him, I said, man, how about you go start your own YouTube channel talking about supporting narcissists, because that's what you need to do. Obviously, we're not, we're not cut from the same cloth. So realize that these people are all over the place. People will support a celebrity and send them money before they will support you. Yeah, who is that? Candy Burris a couple years back. I like Candy and all that stuff, all the singing and stuff she did, but she put I think it was a cash app or something for her daughter's birthday. You're a multi-millionaire, and people were sending this woman money. Man, come on, man. How stupid can you be? A multi-millionaire, you sending them 20 and 50 bucks because it's somebody's birthday? Now, if you know them personally, that's different. That's not what I'm saying. And you want to buy a gift, that's different. But just random people, they don't know you. They're just getting your money. Hey, y'all do you. I'm not about to do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't send celebrities money. And I know when I'm in need of something, I can't go to them and ask for some money. They're not going to give it to me. Now, do they have celebrities out there that help others out? Yes, they do. But the celebrity you supporting, how about you look up that celebrity and see if they going to give you some money? Yeah, just saying. Okay, let's keep moving. Social media. Social media, they all over social media. And it's crazy with some of my celebrities. So celebrities, y'all follow them on social media. Social media, they have narcissists everywhere. I don't care what platform. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the other social media name, whatever you have, Twitter, all that stuff, everything you want to name. I promise it's a breeding ground for narcs, because they behind a screen and they figure they can say what they want. You don't know what it is, so that's why they come in some rooms like this YouTube, and they'll come in here and just cause eruptions. They try to do it in Shannon room, but they immediately get kicked out. In Shannon room on Tuesday, you have every now and then you get like a male narcissist coming there. Usually a male. Every now and then, well, I have seen a couple of females come in there and they'll say something, but then Shannon them, they're real good. Her and her can't even think of the name of, but the people that's in there in the room with her, they'll kick them people out like real quick, like exit stage left, you got to go, because these people want to come in there and just interrupt whatever you got doing. And like in the room be like real positive. People talking about, they're sharing their stories about narcissist abuse, and they got this one person to come in there and it changed the whole flow of the room. And it's just a disruption. That's all it is. It's a disruption. They did their thing. And guess what? They'll leave sometime before you even kick them out. Because guess what? They know what they was doing. It's like an energy transfer. So they went in there, came into the room, came into your live, it's on YouTube or whatever, threw a bomb in there, and they walked away, and then go into another room to do the same thing. Like Shannon just said, trolls are going to be trolls. So on social media, be very careful with people you're sharing your information with. Be very careful who you following on social media. Be very careful what you're saying on social media, because people want to use all these things against you, especially if they're narcissists in nature. They're gonna try to use this against you. Like the what's that cancel me thing they got going on right now. Certain things you say, they want to try to get you canceled. I'm saying, I'm speaking the truth. It's coming out of out of the Bible and speaking God truth. So whatever, rise up and speak. Life Ministries. Thank you for joining us. So. Yeah, you have to be careful on social media. And then I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep saying this. When you go no contact, please don't follow these people on social media, especially if you just divorced this person. Don't go looking at their social media. That's another reason why I put social media in there. Do not go, because all it's going to do is hurt you. You're going to hurt your feelings, going to hurt your pride, your ego, whatever, because you want to go look at what your ex doing. You want to see who they dating. You want to see what trips they take. Why? How about you go worry about yourself and go take your own trips? How about you go do your own thing? Worry about you. I haven't been on my ex page since before we got a divorce. I wasn't going on there because I didn't even have social media. So it didn't matter. But I'm sure not going on there now. For what? What I want to look at your social media for? I have nothing to look at. We have nothing in common. We have nothing to talk about. Everything that you've been or everything that you did to me, now I want to go look and see what you're doing. Some of y'all, everything that the narcissist put you through, you still going there. You just, all you're doing is open up the wound. You just rip it off. You open up the wound again. The wound to your heart, because now you're saying, oh, they found somebody that look better than me. Why are you looking at their social media? I'm curious of why are you looking at their social media? Hey, how you doing? Healthy parenting with Mufan. Thank you. Welcome for coming, sister. Yeah, so why are you in their social media paying attention to what they're doing? Who cares what they're doing? If they didn't abuse you any type of way, you should not be on these people's social media in any type of way. You shouldn't. If somebody tell you about, hey man, you seen such and such post? No, I didn't. I got them blocked. And you keep telling me about them, I'm blocking you too. Man, I need to stand up and just stand up for yourself and stop that nonsense. Because I'm telling you, every time you go to their social media to go find out what they doing, you're gonna come out hurt, and then you sitting there. Now you got to call your homegirl. Girl, I went on that boy page, and man, he got, you know, he just bought a new car. He bought a new house. We always talk about buying a car and house. Go buy your own car and house then. What you need him for? You don't need him to buy a car. You got God on your side, so why you got to go? Y'all see what I'm saying? So stop going on these people's social media. It's bad for you. You know how they say stuff bad for your health? Well, that's bad for your health going on their social media, seeing you want to see what they doing. You going on Facebook to go look at what they doing. You still connected to some of their friends, and you go on. So the way you get around it, instead of going on your ex page, you go on the friend page to see what your ex doing. Man, that's too much PI y'all doing, private investigation y'all doing for me. Y'all need to be getting a paycheck for doing all this investigating y'all doing to see what the ex doing. I'm good. I don't care what the ex doing. I'm not being evil. I don't care what they're doing. It doesn't entertain me at all. I don't care. I don't even know how to find it on there. And if I do, most of them I got it blocked anyway, so I don't want to see what they're doing. So stop getting on these people's social media. Stay off their social media. You don't remember nothing else about this whole video. Stay off these people's social media when you go no contact. Go no contact on social media and just stay no contact. Social media is evil if you think about it, because like Instagram, a lot of these people, like I just said earlier, they don't look like that picture. These pictures are Photoshop. A lot of them talk about they going to the gym. They getting this. I forgot. I showed Shannon on one of them things. They getting these things where they can go get their stomach, like the fat melted off their stomach, and they swear they going to the gym working out. Kim Kardashian was one of them. I remember her talking about. I used to watch her do that on the thing. She just go to this thing and sit there, but she swear to these little girls that she works out every day. I don't think the girl go to the gym. If she do, she going in there to take pictures. She ain't going in there to work out. But I'm just saying, all these people telling you, social media is another breeding ground for narcissists. So y'all think they got these bodies by working out with the abs and the muscles and all that, especially the women. Oh, look at her butt fake is just fake, just butt plastic made out of this stuff. I'm drinking my glass out, fake butt. That's what some of these men want. They want the big butts and all this other stuff. Okay, you slap it, you go break your doggone, you go dislocate your shoulder. Just saying, you go to hit it and your arm go way back this way. Your shoulder is dislocated now. Why? Because you think that's real. That's not real. You can't make that unless you make that in a lab. It's just saying. So y'all need to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Just like let me see, Cat BX just said, fake like a $2 bill. Well, no, it's a $3 bill. $3 bill. They do have a $2 bill. It's fake like a $3 bill. And some of these women are just fake. Some of these people are just fake. And some of the men, I ain't gonna leave you out. I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, lady, be welcome. Thank you for coming. Some of the men are the same thing. They got fake calf muscles, got plastic inserted in their calves. Boys got plastic inserted in their arms and stuff. And what is you? You're a plastic terminator. Is what you is. You're not even metal. You plastic. Your arms look big, but if we was to get in a fight, I'm gonna beat you up because all that muscle is all fake. It's some stuff they didn't injected in their arm, and they walking around like this here, like they king of the world. You take a needle, like a balloon, just take off. I'm just saying. So the men out there doing it too. So ladies, don't be thinking where all that they put it up here on their chest. Just like women got fake breasts, men got fake pecs. I don't know if y'all didn't know that, but they do. They got fake biceps and triceps. Fake, just fake it and fake. So yeah, social media, you might want to pay attention to what you're looking at on social media and thinking, oh, that's cute. That might be my next man. Yeah, your man faker than I don't know what. I'm only 5'6", and your next man could be 6 foot and doggone full of plastic. Me and him getting a fight, be like, well, how did he beat him up? He's plastic. He's a fake guy. Just say he's fake. He's fake. He's a fake person trying to infiltrate your world and come off as handsome and abs and all this. Okay, whatever. Okay, I didn't mean to do all that, but I'm just saying, social media. Just pay attention to what y'all doing when y'all on social media, looking at some of these people, trying to get abs like these people. You'll never get abs like them people because their abs are fake. Fake it and fake. Boy, I tell you. Just saying. Let me read some of y'all. I see y'all in here laughing. I don't know what y'all laughing for. I didn't say anything this time, so I don't know what y'all laughing at. What's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm good. Now I'm being funny. Just say what's wrong with you. I know you're laughing at me because I'm just saying though, so on social media, you just gotta watch all these people. A lot of them narcissists, a lot of them just on there, and you just Don't know what's going on. Tucker say, dang. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Don't compare yourself to something that is not real. So you putting you basically putting yourself behind the 8 ball because you're trying to accomplish something that they can't even accomplish because they had to go pay a doctor 20, 30, 40 grand to look the way they look. But you're trying to be like them. Don't be like them, be yourself. And remember, we got to be strategic. That ain't being strategic. That's paying money so you can go look a certain way. And then now you trying to date that person, and like I said, they narcissists. You know, anybody's gonna pay all that stuff. Something wrong with them usually anyway. You look at them, a lot of women and men, they'll throw it off. Just saying. Unique LeMay say today's society is image driven. Exactly. So everything you see on the image on social media, Photoshop, look like they ain't got a blemish on their skin. Man, come on, everybody got a blemish somewhere, but they look like they don't have nothing on their skin. Man, that stuff Photoshop, man. Get out of here, man. They got the perfect cheeks. They lips puckered up. Like, man, I seen you 2 weeks ago. Your lips was flatter than I don't know what. How you got them? Okay. Now you got, okay. So now you got these big lips and stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all need to be careful. Don't say Solomon didn't warn you. That's all I'm saying. Don't say I didn't warn you. I had to say, I don't look at his page. I can't start puking. I can start puking, get physical. Oh, yeah, physically ill. Yeah, stay off his page, Heather. Do not go to his page. Yes, do not go over there. Stay off that page. You're doing yourself a favor. Let's see what else we got in here. Pink girl say they get every surgery and then they sell tea. Waist trainers. Yeah, I've seen it. They get all these surgeries and then all of a sudden they come out, they invent a waist trainer and tell you can look like them, man, and y'all gonna pay $30, $40, $50 to buy these waist trainers because you think you can get a waist like that because the waist is too perfect. It's like a Coke bottle. Remember I used to say like a Coke bottle? It's too perfect for a reason. God didn't create that. Man did. Man put that plastic stuff and shaved off some stuff and tuck some stuff in right there and nip some stuff over there. And then now 8 weeks later when they come out because they can't breathe and they got bandages all over their face, and when they come out, now they look like that. And then guess what? When that stuff starts sagging and stuff, they go in there and do the same thing again. You wonder why you always broke because she always going to the doctor. I got doctor bills galore. I got more doctor bills. Just saying. I'm just saying, y'all got a lot of stuff going on. Y'all better pay attention to these people. That's all I'm saying. Let's see what else we got. Okay, Pink girl, thank you. She say, family, I got to go get daughter from work. It was great hanging out with you today. We always welcome. Thank you for coming. Maybe we'll go get some cake out of jar one of these days. We still waiting on the cake. And I'm leaving. But yeah, just stay away from these people. Stop trying to look like these people. Telling y'all. Okay, let's see what else. What else we got in here? We coming down almost to the end. It's 8:09. Family. Y'all knew I had to. I don't know if y'all knew, but I was going there. We have a lot of narcissists in our own families. Yes. And then some of us that's married, we have narcissists in our in-law side of the family too. They're more like outlaws instead of in-laws because if you like me, like a lot of times you don't hang around. Excuse me, let me get some water. A lot of these in-laws don't like you anyway because they narcissists in nature. So you have to realize, man, I'm telling you, family ain't what it's cracked up to be. I can tell you that much. That's what I've learned. Family is not what it's cracked up to be. See, Jordan, see, she did it again. See, she then came in there, interrupted us with this cake thing 2 weeks in a row. See, y'all can't blame me. She did it last week, and now she come again this week. See, she just keep doing it. And we can't even get no cake, y'all. Can't even get no cake. Nah, I'm playing. I'm messing with Joy. Oh, yeah. Joy book dropping soon, y'all. She be posting on Facebook. It's coming soon. She having a signing party and stuff going on. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Thank you for putting it up there. Cat Bear say, family, get the tissue. Yeah, see, the thing about family is we talking about moms, we talking about dads, we talking about husbands, we talking about kids, we talking about brothers and sisters, and they have a lot of narcissists in our family. It's just the crazy thing is we never knew at the time. That's the thing. We didn't know what we was dealing with, but now we know. So you can no longer keep going down the same path, dealing with the same people the same way because you know something is off about this person. Learning about narcissists, you know something off. You might not want to say it, and Shannon will tell you, like, I think she even did that too when you first started looking at stuff like, can't be my parents, huh? Not my mom, my dad, or my cousin. Nobody like, nah. But then you start getting it deeper. And like too much stuff start adding up. Be like, wait, hold on. Because I don't care. Either way, you have 2 + 2 is 4 all day, every day. I don't care what country you're in. It's not 9. 2 + 2 is not 9. So when stuff start to go off and it don't add up right, something don't add up right, you got to start looking at your family dynamics a little bit deeper, well, a lot deeper, and you got to figure out what's your next move. And remember, what I learned through all this whole thing, if you're in a narcissistic situation, whether it's abusive, physically, mentally, or whatever, you at some point, you got to make a decision for your exit strategy. You do. You have to figure out your exit strategy. Unless you're going to stay there until they kill you, because that's a whole different outcome. But if you want to get out, you got to start planning your exit strategy. You have to let go, but you got to get out and stay out. That's the new thing. You got to get out and stay out. That's where your no contact come in at. And no contact, don't think it's just, I know we talk about blocking phone numbers and blocking on social. It's bigger than that. Sometimes you might have to go no contact and move to a whole nother city. To me, that's the ultimate no contact. I'm moving to another state. That's no contact because I don't have nothing to do with you. You got the money to be able to do it. You just go ahead and do what you got to do. Take you and your kids and you go ahead and move. Or you by yourself, you go ahead and move. You making 6 figures? Take them 6 figures and go ahead and move on. You know what I'm saying? Just tell your family where you at or whatever. But if it is the family that you're dealing with, man, go ahead and get up out of there. Why are you staying messing with family members for what? Staying in the same town because, you know, well, that's my family. So guess what? God brought you into that family, but he can also bring you a whole new family. So why are you sitting there worried about the people that don't care about you? You worried about them and one day, you know, they doing it right. They ain't never once called you when you were sick. They didn't call you when you was out of work all the time. They didn't come support your YouTube channel. They ain't going to your book signing. They ain't going to, see how I'm going? They ain't going to your birthday party. They ain't never called your daughter or your son on their birthday. They don't do none of these things for you. They don't call you when anything going on, but you sitting there worried about them. You calling them for their birthday. You go and buy them stuff for their birthday. You go and do things for them. And then when it comes to you, it's only one of you. It's 400 of them. Nobody doing nothing for you. But y'all worried about family. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, think about that. We worried about family too much. We put family sometimes on a pedestal. And maybe no fault of our own. Maybe that's how we was raised and that's what we was taught. But at some point, knowing what you know now, you can no longer put family here. Because the family, they got you here. Like, Wade, watch my hand. Down. I got my hand way down here by the ground. That's where the family got you at. They don't care about you. But, you know, so when you start things like YouTube and all this other stuff, you think, and I said this before, I'm not repeating this, but I think it need to be said because I brought up this thing with family. You think your family is going to be your biggest supporter. Now, that's funny. They not. They are not your biggest supporter. Your family is probably your least likely to support you doing any doggone thing that you're doing. Think about that. Think about for a second things that you have done. You might have had a ribbon cutting ceremony at your new place of business. How many family members showed up? Now you're going to have a few that's going to show up, but count how many family you have and count how many actually showed up. You started your YouTube channel and you wonder why some of y'all got 1,000 people in y'all family, but your YouTube channel got 100 people. And only 2 of them are family members. Just being honest with you. You start a new job. Nobody's sitting over there congratulating you on a new job or a new success or anything. You got married. You invited your whole family. Only 8 of them showed up. But then when they get married, they want you there. And then when you don't come, now it's an argument. That's your family. Think about that. So we got all these issues with our family that we don't even know are issues until it's an issue, meaning that's the way we was taught. That's the way we was brought up. So we sitting there thinking like our family is good until God shakes up things. Oh, my family we're not the Cosby's like on TV. I thought we was, but it was a facade. It was fake, just like I was talking about the fake body parts. Now the family dynamic is fake. Everything they post on social media, everybody smiling and hugging, taking pictures on all the holidays, it's all fake. Because as soon as y'all get through taking the pictures, it's probably an argument going on. One of your family members fighting each other. Your cousin trying to sleep with your wife. Just saying. I mean, what are we doing here? But we still want to run back. That's my family. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to have them issues or them problems? Why? Why would I want those problems with family members? People that don't support me. Oh, I'm good. I'm still allowing God to bring family members into my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody family better, is not what I'm saying. But if you're dealing with a family dynamic that you know you have narcissist parents or sisters or brothers or cousins or kids or whatever the case is, at some point or sometime you gotta make a decision. You gotta now continue praying for them. It don't mean you have to stay in that situation. Well, that's my mama. Okay, well, your mama is a sociopath. She's a covert narcissist. So now what? Well, you know, she brought me into this world. Okay, she gonna take you out too, like for real, because the way y'all relationship is, she gonna end up killing you. So what are we doing? Well, that's my dad. Okay, and what is your point? Your dad is abusive. He sexually abused you when you was a kid, and you talking about that's my. What are we talking about? Now, can you forgive this person? I'm not saying that. Don't make it seem like Solomon is saying that. Well, you need to leave all. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if your family is continuing to do the same things over and over again, I'm telling you that's the definition of insanity. I'm telling you need to make a decision and do something about it as an adult, and then supporting your children. You need to do something. Get you and your kids out of that situation, because the longer you're in that situation in that family, God ain't blessing that. Think about that, because you sitting there wondering, you trying to figure out why I'm struggling, why I can't hold a job, why I'm applying for an apartment, I can't get it, why. You hanging around the same people you been hanging around with all your life. God trying to improve your circle. He trying to take your sphere of influence and make it bigger. And you sitting there talking about, well, that's my family. God got a whole family already dispatched to come over there and be your family. And you sitting there holding on to the same sorry jokers that don't support you at all. Just saying. Don't support you at all. Not one bit. Don't care about nothing you do. But you support everything they do. You liking their stuff. You sharing their stuff. You buying a t-shirt for them because they just started a business. Although when you start that shirt business, cuz I ain't got it. I ain't got no money today. Okay, well, next week, cuz man, you'll come. Man, cuz I ain't got it. Okay. But y'all continue to go support that family and let me know how that works out for you. I'm not doing it. I'm good. Let me read some of y'all comments. I got a couple more things and then we're gonna get out of here. Mufon say, I hate fake people. Me too. Fake is fake. I can't do it. And when I recognize it, now you'll catch me, sometime. But when I recognize it, I gotta catch you. You gotta get away from me. You gotta get away from me and my family. I can't do it. My wife said, God will send you the right people if you allow the wrong ones to go. You have to make room for your blessing. I think a lot of us don't realize that when you get rid of some stuff, it's like having a 2-car garage, but you want to go buy a new car. Well, you either go park that car out on the street or in the driveway, but you don't want, I don't want my baby to get dirty out there, well, I mean, you got to get rid of one of the cars then. Same thing with some of these family members and some of these people we have around us. You got to get rid of somebody to be able. How you gonna get blessed? Why would God bless you and you still around evil stuff? Doesn't make sense. Think about it. It doesn't make no sense at all. Why would he do that? See, Mufon said the same thing. Mufon, hey, she got a channel. If y'all want to learn about healthy parenting tips, Mufon has a nice channel. I watched a video. I think it was yesterday. I think, if I'm not mistaken, where she was talking to her daughter about sex, and I thought it was a very good video. Like, what do you say to your daughter about sex and where the babies come from? Like, really, they don't come in on a stalk and drop them off in the front door like they used to teach. That ain't how they come in. Just saying. I know y'all know that, but yeah, she has a good YouTube channel. I watch her channel as well. Just talking about parenting. So she said, yes, my family don't support my YouTube channel. That doesn't shock me not one bit, because my family don't support mine. Shannon family don't support hers. I'm pretty sure if Joy was still in, she probably would say the same thing. A lot of family don't support her channel. And some other ones got channels. Y'all probably don't get no support from y'all stuff either. Just saying. I mean, think about it. Jam Henry said, amen, come through. Even on crime investigation shows, they tell you that jealousy and envy are strong and certain motives for murder. I don't know, I might have missed what y'all was talking about, but let's see. Rosalind, you are speaking the truth. Family favorite code is family first. Blood is thicker than water. I hate that saying, but that's what they all say. Blood is thicker than water. No, it's not. No, it's not, because it's real thin. Because when you get in a situation, family the first one to turn their back on you. I'm talking about good or bad. Because if you think about it this way. If you become, let's say, successful, I ain't even talking about rich or famous. I'm just saying successful. They gonna say you think you better than them. If you pour in dirt, they gonna talk about you. You can't win. It don't matter what I do. So why would I stay in the poorhouse with y'all? I might as well go be successful. You gonna talk about me either way, because you gonna say that I think I'm better than y'all when I've never actually came out and said this. So it is what it is. Just the minor codes from the devil himself. I agree to that. Yep. Yeah. Let me see what else they got in here. Let's see. Rizzo, brother, he said, in good times and bad, you learn who your friends truly are. Even a rat will be your friend if it's hungry. Yeah, they trying to get some food out you. I definitely agree with that. It's so true. So you gotta watch. Your enemy gonna be your friend for a little while until they get what they need out of you. Then they like, deuce, they gone. They gone. So pay attention to that, y'all. Y'all have to realize, stop holding on to your family when they're not holding on to you. Stop buying them stuff when they're not buying you. I'm not saying they got to be one for the other, but if you buying them expensive purses and they buying you socks from the dollar store, Shannon know what I'm talking about. You might want to either you can keep buying them gifts and maybe bring your gift down to a dollar store or Family General thing. Because if you go into dealers and getting these expensive purses or getting these expensive clothes for this family member, and all you getting is socks or you getting an IOU, which means you don't get anything. You might want to bring y'all gifts to the same thing. So, okay, well, I owe you too. Or I'm going to buy you, something from the dollar. I got it right off the dollar store clothing rack, $9.99. Matter of fact, it's on clearance for $5. I mean, hey, it's a gift. I ain't saying the gifts got to be equal. Just saying. You might want to think about that for a second. Just saying. My wife said, no win situation. My brother used to say that. He was just telling on himself. Yeah, no win. You think you better than, when they say stuff like that, I think that's what you're talking about. When they say that, they plan on your emotions, like, well, you think you better because you didn't make it. Nah, I did. We can't, especially, you got to think about it this way. If we came from the same area, whether you can say hood or home or whatever, we came from the same area, same family. If I did what I had to do to make it, make sure I prayed, did things the right way, I might have had some bumps and bruises. I mean, we all have. But ultimately, like in the end game, I did what I had to do to make it and start making a name for myself and making money for my family and things like that. Don't take it out on me because you're not doing now. You should be mad at yourself because you had the same opportunity as I did. If I joined the military, which I did, for y'all that don't know, so if I joined the military and you chose not to, that's a decision that we both made. Now, whether my decision was right or wrong, it's still a decision that we both made. So if I joined the military, was able to get my degrees out of that and, different things I'm able to get through the military, well, you had the opportunity to do it too. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. I'm just saying. So if you start a business, off your last $1,000 and your cousin look at you now because your business worth 80 grand, like, man, they want you to show them all the ropes now. Nah, because when I was trying to do it, you didn't want to hear nothing. But now you see me successful. That's how it works. Now that you see me successful, now you want to run over here. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We good. We good. How about you go read one of them books or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go do that. Janet said, I love all of us on these spiritual chats. We have a bought Jesus bond of wisdom, supporting each other. Yeah, that's what I love about this. It's always support. No matter, like I said, if I miss some of the stuff, I got to go back and watch them. So even if I miss it, somebody's going to answer a question, or if somebody dealing with something. That's what I love about this. Somebody's going to answer it. Same thing on my wife channel, same thing on George channel, other channels. Somebody's always going to answer the question because, you can't keep up with all the stuff coming in on the live, but that is awesome when, y'all do stuff. Thank y'all for that. Cluster B, she got the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I always talk about this. 1-800-273-8255. Family abuse, all that stuff. That's a number you might need to pass on to some people. They might need to call this number. So I'll leave it up there for a few seconds. So family dynamics is crazy as it is. It's very crazy. It's a dynamic. It's really, when you think about it, it's really a sad situation how families turn out to be. They start out one way. But then they go when somebody like Shannon Channel, like she always talks about breaking the chain. When somebody rises up and say, you know what, enough. That's when I find the name. You really go see who family is and who your friends are, who you're actually. That's when you go see some stuff then. Yeah. Let's see what else. Okay, let me read the last couple things. And you know, I had to, this is the one I'm finishing with. I only got 2 Bible verses after this. This one I'm finishing with. Friends. We have a lot of narcissists that are friends. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't. But we need to start recognizing those signs of what narcissists are, what they do. Like Phil said earlier, like Rizzo Protective Group said earlier, even a rat gonna be your friend if he's hungry. So some of your friends only with you because of what you give to them. And I don't mean necessarily money, but maybe you providing conversation. Maybe every time they get into a situation, they can call you. Maybe you bail them out of jail. Maybe. But they only friends with you for a reason. Because if you always pointing to them and they never pointed to you, I don't really call it a friendship. That's more like I don't know what that is. It's not a friendship, though. I can tell you that much. It's not a friendship. So you have to pay attention to your friends, your family. We didn't went over the whole thing when they talked about, just saying, when they talked about school, when they talked about, you know what I'm saying, workplace, government, church. Basically, this whole video is narcissists are everywhere. So don't be too quick to say, well, my friends are all cool. You might want to look at them first. Maybe do a background check or maybe do some things. Maybe they done did some things in their past and got right with God. That's cool. I'm not saying nothing about that. But if they only around you because you don't want us always buying, you know, when y'all go out to eat, you always paying for it. Or when you have a party or something, you always invite them over to come over there, eat and drink all your food, but they'll never bring nothing. That ain't the kind of friends I need around me. I'm saying if you do that all the time. Now, you know, every so often it's different, but just pay attention to y'all friends. Please pay attention to y'all family. Pay attention to y'all churches. Like I said, if your pastor's in there sleeping with this, that, and the third, some of them sleeping with men and all this other stuff, you know. They sleep with women and men in the church. Let's be real. We keep it real over here. So you got the pastor that's a man. He's sleeping with the women and he's sleeping with the men. And y'all sitting there going to church every Sunday, give them your tithes and offering. My word for the year is I'll be a whole fool if I knew what was going on. I continue going to that church. Same thing in families. I'll be a whole fool if I know these family members don't support me and I'm going to running over there every time they got an event. I'm going to run over there to support. I'll be a whole fool. And I would let you call me a fool, which I don't like that word, somebody calling me that, but I would let you call me a fool because that's stupid on my part to go support something or someone that's not supporting me and never will, never have. So, yeah. So be very cautious of your friends. Be very cautious of your family. Be very, 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 very cautious of your church home. Because your church home might have a narcissist, where it might be a narcissist breeding ground. I'm just saying. Uniquely may say, Silent Family, Narcs freeloading days are over. I'm broke for y'all. Yeah. And a lot of them will come over, you know, stay in the house, don't want to pay anything, don't want to do anything, don't want to buy no grocery, just up there just doing nothing. And some of them, I'm talking about adults. I'm not talking about no 5-year-olds. I'm talking about adults. Right, you can get the packet, man. Wherever you was at before you came to my house, you can go wherever you came from. Well, I ain't got nowhere to go. Well, you about to figure it out. You got about 2 days to get out. Nobody come to our house anyway. I'm just saying, but just realize that your friends and family is different. Yes. Let's see. So let's read these 2 Bible verses, the 2 I have left. 2 Peter 3:9, the Lord is not slow to fulfill his promises, as some count slowness, but is patient towards you. See, patient is a powerful word. Patient and consistency is a powerful word, powerful words. You have to be consistent in your patience, meaning you can't just be patient sometimes. You have to be patient all the time, especially when you're dealing with God, because a lot of times we go to God in prayer, we want an instant prayer, instant breakthrough. It don't happen like that. Don't happen like that. You gotta keep chipping at that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep chipping at it and get, on your prayer. So not wishing that any should perish, but that all should reach repentance. Just remember that when y'all dealing with some of these things, be patient. Be patient. You dealt with a narcissist for, like Auntie Karen dealt with him for 33 years. Some of us dealt for 2 years, a year, 8 months, 11 years, 10, whatever the case is, whatever your amount of time, I don't care if it's 2 months, you still dealt with this person. It's going to take you time to get over those situations, especially if emotional abuse happened, sexual, abuse, all that stuff didn't happen. It takes time. So be patient with that. Go get your help. Go on Clubhouse, come to YouTube, watch some videos, do some reading, read your Bible, read some books, study about narcissism. Figure out where, even at work, who narcissists are. Then you start be like, okay, I don't need to hang around that person. And then you go to God and pray and say, God, remove these people out of my life. And I think some of them want to be scared of who he will actually remove. He got to remove the people that probably some of them you know, and then some of them that you don't know, but that's the people that need to go. Because for you to get your blessing, you can't continue holding on to, you see what I'm saying? You can't continue holding on to them people. You have to do something at some point or some time to get yourself out of that situation. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm better than any of y'all. I'm just saying that I see it. I see it now plain as day, especially what I've gone through. I see it. So now it's like, okay, now I see what's going on. So I can't just operate the same. That's insane. I can't keep doing things the same. And I know the family or the friends or the church and all these things, everything I just discussed. I know at work, you got people that's not. So now when I go to places, you go get a different kind of side of me. I'm still me, but it's going to be a different because I'm operating different. I'm seeing things, through my spiritual eyes instead of just looking. Nah, I'm looking, but I'm looking a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. Let's read the last Bible verse. Matthew 15:14. Let them alone. They are blind guides. And if the blind lead the blind, both will fall in a pit. So if you're going, I said all this to say this. If you're going to a church and your pastor is sleeping with women and men, or you got deacons that's doing the same thing, or you had a breeding ground at work or anything, basically you're going to fall into a pit. It's the blind leading the blind. Both of y'all go. So that pastor is leading his sheep, like they like to say, his flock or whatever, his ministry. He's leading them to get slaughtered is what he's doing. So if you continuing to do that, only thing I can do is pray for y'all. I'm praying y'all get out of that situation and rise above that, because them churches or these government things or these job situations, it's on. If you had a job and you wake up every morning saying, I hate my job, it's time to find a new job. Go to God and pray and get you another job. Maybe it's your time to start a business. Don't keep doing the same thing, because now it's going to lead to stress and depression and all this other stuff, because you every day in and out. Some of y'all working 7 days a week, going to a job that you hate. And I mean, really, really hate. You hate the people that work there. You hate being there. You hate driving there. You just hate it. Get out. Nobody say you got to work there. And some of us want to stay because of the money. Well, I make 6 figures there. You can go make 6 figures somewhere else. It's not the only job in the world that makes 6 figures. It's not the only job in the world that's going to pay you 40 grand or 50 grand, whatever the case is. So just realize that. And that was my last Bible verse. I'm going to read some of y'all things before we get out of here. Pretty much on time, 8:33, so I ain't going to be on too long. Let's see. Let me scroll up just a little bit, not too far. Let's see. Rizzo always come with good information. Say the Fair Credit Reporting Act has a strict limit on who can check your credit and under what circumstances. That's good information. I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's good information. He also said, Rizzo, he said, the law regulates credit reporting and ensures that only business entities with a specific legitimate purpose and not members of the general public can check your credit without written permission. That's like, going buy a car, purchase a house, credit cards, things like that. Hey, how you doing, Lisa Fade? Hey, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button. Y'all, if y'all late, don't forget to hit the like button. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this tonight or learned something out of it. I know what's going on. We laughed a little bit, so hopefully let's see what else we got in here. CatBX, just talking to Heather Karma. We've been there, done that, and some still entangled with the mess. This is the first step to being at peace, sis. The power of discussing the situation. Yeah, you have to come to terms with these things when you're dealing with narcissist abuse. A lot of them won't want to talk about it, but we hold on to it. And then the longer we hold on to it and don't discuss it with anyone or learn about it, it's just eating away at us. It's like the ocean and erosion. So the ocean keep crashing into the sand or the beach or whatever. It's going to keep eating away at it. So it's the same thing with narcissist abuse. It's not until you put a barrier up on that sand dune or that sand or that beach. When you put a barrier up, then it prevents that from happening. It's the same thing with narcissist abuse. So when you put your boundaries up or your barriers up, you start learning what actually happened to you and what involvement you had in it, and how do you not do that again? That's when your healing starts. You have to go. I got a video about that. You can go look it up. You have to go through the hurt to get your healing. It's true. You have to go through this hurtful thing. As crazy as it may sound, you have to go through that to get your healing. So let's read a couple more. Jan say Jesus has final say. How you confront them with God's word of truth. Say, do not get mad at me. Read it for yourself. Stupid that they get mad at God. They hate God, so they hate us. I agree with you on that. Let's see what else. Jasmine say your auntie, your cousin, your high school homegirl, your grandma, your niece, etc. You'll be surprised who leaves after asking God to remove all the wrong people. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't want to, Jasmine, a lot of people do not want to say that prayer because they're scared of who's going to get removed. They know, they got inklings. They like, well, I know it might, so they don't want to say that prayer. Because when you say that prayer, you real about it, God gonna remove them people. It might take a little time, or some of them might be like that. Now, that's one of them prayer might do in an instance. It might be like all hell go break loose. You trying to figure out, like, wait, him too? Like you taking, like Shannon will tell you that. Just removing everybody out your life that's narcissist or done things to you. I'm just saying, but a lot of people do not want to say that prayer. They're scared. Now, I get it, because then you're going to end up losing out on everybody. But God can provide you with somebody. You got your narcissist community here. We all here. You know what I'm saying? You got people that you keep praying the right prayers and being strategic, God is going to provide you with your spiritual family. And I promise you're going to be able to move on and move past this. I promise you will. KBX say, Solomon, this again was a blessed night. They are truly everywhere. This time, call them out or say no, not today, while you walk away. Amen to that. And let me read this one. It's from Shannon. Woo. Truth, sis, at Jasmine Henry. I said that very prayer and he broke all loose. Like I told you, Shannon can tell you, she said that prayer and the people just started, woo, woo, woo. I didn't say that prayer and people not, like I told you, I didn't say this before. People I rocked with last year, I'm talking about family, friends, co-worker, whatever it is. I don't rock with them no more. Not saying all of them. The people that's supposed to be around will be there. People that's not supposed to be around or can't go, listen to me good. They cannot go where God is taking you. They got to go. They got to go. They just can't go where you're going. They can go do something else and go fiddle over there and play with dad and do that. But they can't do what you're doing and do it because we all have a purpose. They got to go to God and pray about their purpose. So you end up becoming a millionaire and they manage you because you're a millionaire and you're not supporting them. You just look at them with a stupid look and say, you never supported me. Simple as that. And you ain't got to explain yourself. Just keep it moving. I'm going to read one more and then let me see. I'm gonna say the prayer. We're gonna get out of here. Cat BX say, uniquely made. She was the bomb. Pam, you ain't special in her voice. I don't know what y'all talking to each other. Okay. Okay, so let me say the prayer so we can get out of here. God, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity for us to come together. Learn more about you, read the Bible verses, come together as a community to learn about narcissist abuse. Learn about different abuses, learn about family dynamics, church dynamics, everything that we talked about in this video. I just want everyone to leave here knowing that narcissists are everywhere. It's not just one particular place that we, can escape this. It's like evil being everywhere. Evil is everywhere. It's how we deal with that evil, is how we move forward. So I just want to pray for everybody that's here in the live, whatever situations they're dealing with, no matter if it's parental alienation, divorce, separation, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, high blood pressure, we casting all those things out and saying we want peace and we just want to move forward. We want to learn about these situations and grow from them. This I ask in your son Jesus' name, amen. Again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming out, spending this time with me. I know we've been on here about an hour and a half, but thank y'all. I appreciate it. And see, it worked out good because I'm just starting to get hungry again, so I'm about to go eat. So, I'm just about to, go give me something to eat again. So, let me see what they said. KBS says Solomon from Morton, since you brought out. Oh, yeah. Get the step and remind us from Morton. Okay, I got you. So I didn't know what y'all was talking about. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. They can't go because they are used to hell to sabotage our true God. Okay, yeah. So, amen. Amen. Danny, like Danny said, until we meet again, family. Love y'all. Hey, I'll see y'all next time, man. Thank y'all again for spending time with me. I'll see y'all next time. God bless y'all. And then Shannon has her thing tomorrow. It's going to be early. It's not going to be at 7 because we got something to do. But I think it's going to be at 12 or at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. She put a video out about it. So, Shannon, put that in the thing. I'm about to hit the video. All right. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Be blessed.